It's pretty overwhelming to see how many people are here. It's awesome. Anyways, I just wanted to take the opportunity to thank you all for coming to this year's Arts Wall induction ceremony. But before we get started and we get into it, I just want to say a few things. So to give you an idea of how the agenda is going to work, first of all, we're going to make the presentation to Ernie's family. Then the Carter girls are going to come up and play a song. And we'll have the Sunday Night Jammers play a song for you. And then we have a PowerPoint presentation with some of Ernie's music and some of his moments to play. It's about a 10-minute presentation. After that, we'll take a little break while people get themselves together. There's refreshments and sweets at the back. Probably not as many for the number of people here, but that's okay. And then we're going to head over to the plaque display itself by the Waterfowl Park across from the Swan Pond there for the unveiling of the new plaque. Sound good? Perfect. Also, before we get into it, I just want to take the opportunity to thank everyone who helped make this happen. Angela Hasty did a lot of work behind the scenes. Deanna Cadman's here today, did a lot of work helping set up and getting things ready. And of course, the members of the selection board and the Arts Wall Committee who play a huge role in making our selections each year. So with that, I just want to introduce our mayor, John Hyam, to say a few words.
Thank you, Matt. That applause was for you.
Of course.
I also want to start with a good afternoon. This is a terrific turnout, and it's a mark of the life this man lived in this community and how important he was. Before we do get started, I'd like to recognize a couple of the current members of the Sackville Arts Wall Committee, along with the selection board who worked hard on bringing today about. So if I could just ask you to stand as I call your name, and we would recognize you at the end. Kelly Matatal, are you here? Penny Mott? Linda Dornan? And Councillor Joyce O'Neill.
She's here.
Ah. So, that's the mark of those who work the hardest on these things, and they don't get up recognized because they don't want that recognition. But I'd just also like to know if there's any previous inductees to the Arts Hall of Fame here tonight. Would you stand up for a second so people could see who are here? No? Okay. So just let me remind you, the Sackville Arts Wall project was initiated back in 2009 to be a legacy of Sackville being the cultural capital of Canada the prior year. The Sackville Art Wall itself is to recognize the achievements of Sackville and people in their area who attained national, international, or regional prominence and distinction within one of three categories: literary arts, performing arts, and visual arts. As well, individuals or groups who are viewed as art builders within the community. Anybody who is recognized is certainly seen as the community as a special type of person and a special person that helped to build the arts in this community. So those inductees are not easily achieved. They're chosen by a jury who we just spoke about a few minutes ago from among all the candidates that the community chooses to nominate for that year. And the new Arts Wall, we still call it the Arts Wall, as some of you will remember, it was on the wall outside of this building, and it's now been moved down the street to the edge of the Waterfowl Park. And that is the type of legacy we're looking to fulfill here with the inductee tonight. The category of builder is what this inductee, who will be named by someone else than me, is nominated for. And this recognizes an individual who has truly contributed to the artistic life and cultural development of the community. And I think that really does wrap up the particular inductee today. I'm trying not to speak about it, so in order to move on, I'm going to ask Sean Bostic to come up and speak about this year's inductee. Thanks, Sean.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sean Bostic, and I had the pleasure of knowing Ernie for many years. So they've asked me to read what is on the plaque that's on the side of the building. interesting second. It's nice to see so many of these instruments that actually came from the big shop up here today. Ernest David Sears was a lifelong resident of Sackville, a lifelong promoter of music. While still in his teens, he performed on the radio with the Gateway Rhythmaires and continued to play guitar and sing with other groups through his life, including country band Watertown, country folk group Pick of the Crop, and gospel group Roses and Thorns. On his retirement, he launched his own business, Ernie Sears Music, which we can see the lovely sign down below, taught guitar to young and old, and sparked a love of music in countless members of the Sackville community. He also helped ensure the presence of live music at seniors' homes, churches, charitable fundraisers, and local events of all sorts, performing with friends and often donating the use of sound equipment and his own time for setup and teardown. He is known far and wide for the weekly Sunday night jams that he hosted in the back of his shop. Raise your hand if anybody has ever attended one of those jams. Yes, they were good times indeed. Where he performed or jammed with musicians from novice to professionals as they gathered to make music. His commitment to cultivating live music in Sackville is a legacy that will long be remembered. Ernie Sears.
Thank you, Sean. So now I'd like to invite Ernie's daughter, my neighbor, Karen Sears, to say a few words and receive a little gift.
On behalf of the family, I just want to thank the town for this recognition for Dad. I know Dad and Mom both would be very pleased with this, as the family is. It's very meaningful to us all. I'd also like to thank Sean for the nomination. Without him, it wouldn't have probably come to pass, or at least as fast as it did, so thanks for that. Thanks for everybody who wrote in the nomination letters. When you see the video that we have prepared for you, you'll see excerpts from those letters in that, and we appreciate all the kind words everybody sent in. Dad loved to share music. It was his biggest passion in life, except perhaps Gwen, and maybe us, I'm not sure. I remember him when we were little, and the Gretsch, the electric Gretsch that he had, the hollow body Gretsch, was in the house. He told us once that in case of fire, it's women, children, and guitars, and not necessarily in that order. So, I'm not sure, but I'm sure we were pretty high up there. So in addition to loving to share music, he also loved to share the stage. And it would make his heart warm, as it does us, to see so many musicians here today to celebrate and to carry on that tradition of sharing music. So thanks to everyone who is here, everyone who helped make this nomination happen, to Lloyd for your technical support and helping make the video happen. And we're just really pleased. So thank you very much.
You're good now. So as I said earlier, we'll go over to the actual arts wall in momentarily and do the official unveiling, and that'll be the best chance for some photo ops and that sort of thing. So, but to kick us off, I guess, with tonight's entertainment, I'd like to invite the Carter sisters up to the stage. No, it's okay.
This is Sagan.
Oh, yeah, it's there.
Alright, we're the Carter Girls, and I just want to say, before we play the tune that we thought would be best fitting for this, my first show outside of our end of the year concerts with my fiddle teacher Stacey Reed was with Ernie. He's the one that got me to where I am today. He's the one that started it all, and if it weren't for him, I don't know where I would be today. So we're going to play one of his favorite tunes, and it's called Faded Love.
girls. And now we're going to have the Sunday Night Jammers play a song, and Harold's going to come up and introduce the song for us. It might take them a second to get set up here.
If we saw Ernie in the crowd today, he'd be smiling from ear to ear. I know that. The Sunday night jam started because Ernie didn't have enough time, 6 days a week, playing music, selling music, and anything to do with music. So I thought, well, maybe he'd get some friends over and have some relaxing music on Sunday night. And there's friends here who I think who are here that was probably at the first Sunday night jam, but I don't know who they are because it wasn't me. Ernie started having the Sunday night jams at the back of his shop. And then when he decided to leave this earth for a better place, we had to find another spot to have the jam. We weren't going to just give it up. So we started having it at some of the jammers' homes. But that wasn't working out very good because most of the homes weren't big enough to house the Sunday night jam.
It's sinking down.
Sinking again?
We need some stage hands.
I'll have to talk through my belly button there. So anyway, there's a fellow out there, young fella, out there by the name of Percy Bess, and he had purchased the old Lions Club. He said, why don't you fellas come down and use the facilities that's there? And we were there, what, 2.5 years, roughly? And then Percy decided he was going to sell. Somebody wanted to buy it from him. So we went from there to, where?
Your house.
No, it wasn't. Mount Watley. And so I went dragging it on, but now we've moved back into Sackville, and we're having the jam right here where you're sitting today. We started having the jams here. It's working out fine. So there you have it. Now, these two ladies that are on the side of me here, they've and Ernie formed, yeah. Ernie wouldn't call you that, though, would he?
No, him and I thought. Yes, he would.
Anyway, they formed a group called Roses and Thorns, and I haven't figured out yet who are the roses
We're the
and
roses.
who are the thorns.
Men were the thorns, not us. We were the roses.
So anyway, there you have that. And I was a good friend of Ernie's. There's people in the jam who are here who knew Ernie a heck of a lot. You're going to have to stand there, aren't you?
I don't know where they got this.
I only pay minimum wage, you know that.
Oh, that one's all right.
Ears open.
So anyway, so Ernie left us, and I had an idea that I've read a little song about Ernie's activities and how he started it all, so that I could play it and sing it every once in a while at the jam to remind all the members about Ernie and how the jam came together. And little did I know that everybody liked it so much they wanted copies of it, and they wanted me to sing this song, and these girls are going to join me on the chorus. And the boys are they've got all their acoustic instruments, and they're going to accompany us.
That's going down again, isn't it?
Yeah. I think this can go that way. It doesn't how loud it will sound, but it'll be enough for us to keep the tune up here on the stage. But those instruments there will keep it going.
This song really does tell it all about Ernie, so.
Yes.
Here we go. You don't have to go to Kentucky to sing and play bluegrass songs. You don't have to be in Nashville to hear country music from. Tennessee's a long way to go if you're looking for rock and roll. It's all right here, and if you're a fan, it's early Sunday night jam. A man with a vision years ago decided to open a store. In his mind, he could see musical instruments galore. With hard work and long hours, his business did thrive. His little store with big inventory was open from 9 to 5. Now he really enjoyed all the selling and the deals that he fared. But guitar picking for many years was a passion that he shared. His soul required nurture. He needed more on his plate. His musician friends was what he needed and required no debate. Let's hit it, girls. You don't have to go to Kentucky to sing and play bluegrass songs. You don't have to be in Nashville to hear country music throng. Tennessee's a long way to go if you're looking for rock and roll. It's all right here, and if you're a fan, it's early Sunday night jam. And so it came to him an idea, and it didn't take him long to invite all his music friends to come up for a song. To get together, have some fun, sing and play songs that they like. Form a group, perhaps a jam, all on a Sunday night. Now every night, from the rear of his shop, neighbors, they could hear musical sounds, some rough, some tender, floating through the air. Bluegrass country, rock and roll, traditional and gospel things. Can hear it all if you drop in to Ernie's Sunday night jam. Okay, girls, you don't have to go to Kentucky to sing and play bluegrass songs. You don't have to be in Nashville to hear country music throng. Tennessee's a long way to go if you're looking for rock and roll. It's all right here if you're a fan. It's early Sunday night jam. Stories shared with a cup of tea are funny. Some are sad, but the fellowship this group inspires is a treasure to be had. Now, play and crib, chewing the fat along with the music fair. understand one who really cares. You don't have to go to Kentucky to sing and play bluegrass songs. You don't have to be in Nashville to hear country music thrown. Tennessee's a long way to go if you're looking for rock and roll. It's all right here if you're a fan. It's early Sunday night jam. One more time. You don't have to go to Kentucky to sing and play bluegrass songs. You don't have to be in Nashville to hear country music thrown. Tennessee's a long way to go if you're looking for rock and roll. It's all right here if you're a fan. It's early Sunday night jam. It's all right here if you're a fan. It's Ernie Sears Sunday Night Band. Ladies and gentlemen, Ernie Sears Sunday Night Jam. We're all right here.
So the next up on the agenda, we're going to show a slideshow with you can see is up on the screen there. So the jammers may want to try to take a second here and get yourself situated so you can see. I'll move these mics out of the way so we can move around a bit.
We're calling Ernie up to the microphone now, and tonight he's going to lay down his guitar right off the bat and sing for us. And the first song is The Same Old Me in the key of G. When I saw you with your new love today, it hurt me in an old familiar way. So I know there is nothing I can do, but I'll always be here waiting just for you. With the same two arms still missing you, and the same old heart still beating true, and the same two lips they still belong to you, and the same old me keeps loving you. I have tried everything to drive you from my heart, but the memory of you makes me feel so blue. And with every heartbeat I can feel the teardrops start. So you'll always find me waiting here for you. It's the same two arms still missing you, and the same old heart still beating true, and the same two lips they still belong to you, and the same old me keeps loving you. Hallelujah, I'm ready to go. Hallelujah, I'm ready. I can hear the voices sing soft and low. Hallelujah, I'm ready. Hallelujah, I'm ready to go. Well, sinners, don't wait until it's too late. He's a wonderful Savior, I know. Well, I fell down on my knees when He answered my plea. Hallelujah, I'm ready to go. Hallelujah, I'm ready. Hallelujah, I can hear the voices singing soft and low. Hallelujah, I'm ready. Hallelujah, I'm ready to go. Hallelujah, I'm ready. Hallelujah, I can hear the voices singing soft and low. Hallelujah, I'm ready. Hallelujah, I'm ready to go. Hallelujah, I'm ready to go. Hallelujah, I'm ready to go.
We're calling Ernie Sears back up to the microphone, this time with his electric guitar and the Midnight Boogie.
A timid fawn was playing there without a sign of fear. I walked alone up the mountain and looked out over the sea. I saw an eagle spread his wings in flight so gracefully. I knew that I was walking where mortals should not trod, and there on that lonely mountain I stopped and thought of God. I walked through a big city. It was made by man and steel. A young one cries, an old love and hate are real. I knew that I was walking where many men had trod, and there in that busy city I stopped and thought of God. I knew that I was walking where many men had trod, and there in that busy city I stopped and thought of God. Yes, I stopped and thought of God.
It's always nice to see people and individuals who've had that kind of impact on the community. I think it's something we should all strive towards. Probably impossibly strive towards, but it's something worth reaching for. So that was really, really amazing. So that's it for the formal part of the day. Feel free to mingle and make your way out to the Arts Wall display along Main Street there. And we'll meet everyone over there in 25 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you.
3, 2, 1.
That's it. Get a few pictures and folks can have a chance to read it if they like.
I want to put it down. Well done.